Can we take a moment for my coffee foam this morning? Welcome to my apartment tour. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Julia. I'm an interior designer here in New York City. I want to show you an updated apartment tour. About a year ago, I did an apartment tour of my current apartment. It was 1 year living there. A lot of the pieces were from my old apartment, or I was still trying to figure out how I use the space. I got a lot of hate. I guess people expected a little bit more from a 27-year-old living on her own as a junior designer in New York City. I don't know. This is more realistic of what I can afford, and I think I've been able to do the upgrades that I've actually talked about in my previous video. Although I'm still not 100% there, I think in my industry I will never be 100% happy with my space. I'll always want to change it, but I think I'm pretty happy with what we have here. Without further ado, here is an updated apartment tour. I have lived here for 2 years now. I have just renewed my lease for a third year. Maybe this will be my annual apartment tour because I'm crazy and always seem to switch something up each year. After your 5 flights of stairs and no elevator, you walk into my entryway. Before, I only had 2 IKEA shoe storage cabinets, and I loved them. I used the first one for my everyday shoes, my running shoes. The second one was for my hats and my gloves, and then Mishy's things. I have accumulated a lot more stuff, but I got a third one just to have extra space for guests, to store more of my shoes, and I have recently been getting a lot more packages and gifting, which I'm so grateful for, and I just wanted a better place to put all of that. I've tried to zhuzh up my entry display. I got the silver tray off Depop, and I still have my candles. I just throw my AirPods, my keys, and then I have some little perfumes there. The painting above this shoe storage cabinet is still the same. It's one of my first paintings that I got when I was finishing my thesis year in Virginia Tech. I didn't get it. I did it. Everything was just really on pause at that moment. I spoke a little bit more about it in my previous video, so I'll leave it at that. I love painting. I just don't have a great amount of space to do it, or a great amount of space to hang everything. I've taken the opportunity to use this large, long wall that spans from my kitchen to my entryway to just hang up all the art that I have. I would love to get some frames and mix it up a little bit to make it more of an eclectic gallery wall. I think a little bit of mixed matched frames. There's some things, I'm still not finished with it, so don't judge me, it's the start, but it's better than it was. Also in my entryway, I had some horrible existing landlord special lighting. My dad came and he helped me replace the lighting with some IKEA lights. I think they're like $40. I love them. I loved them when I got them over a year ago, and I still love them. And then I just got a ceiling medallion off Amazon to cover just whatever mess the landlord had. Right off my entryway is my bathroom. Last time we were here, didn't really do much to it yet, and I think I've only made some small changes. I spoke about wanting to do something with that storage above my toilet. It was messy, it was ugly, just not the vibe. And I finally got this IKEA cabinet. I think she was like $80. So much more storage, so much cleaner. My shower curtain is the same. It's from Brooklinen. I love the soft stripes. And then I have towels from Hay that are these thicker stripes that I feel really tie the whole space together. They match my Victor Vasarely poster. A new addition is I recently purchased some acrylic shelves and put them on that blank little sliver of a wall next to my door. I just needed a place to maybe display, but also use functionally for Q-tips, my clips, and then the perfumes that I originally had on my shelving in my bedroom, which we'll get to, but just decluttering that. Here I have a little display of my perfumes, which I really like, and I think it looks very Pinteresty. And I've also got a couple of these little plug-in sconces that have the light detector, so if it's really dark it'll start to light up, but if there's no need for the light it will turn off. We go into my kitchen, and to continue the gallery wall, I've recently added these 2 stainless steel shelves. I love a chrome and a buttered yellow, and I just wanted to put this in my kitchen somewhere. I wanted a place to display my ceramics that I made and to have a little bit of a lamp for more ambient lighting. My fridge has grown in magnets and in pictures. Tidied up the top by adding a basket for some extra things that I need storage for. Over the years, my family has started this tradition of buying a magnet from wherever we've been and either gifting it to each other or gifting it to ourselves. Nothing's really new with the kitchen. I got an espresso machine. Espresso. I feel like I always sound like I say Nespresso. I still love this butter painting that I did basically a couple years ago. I was making my corn bake that I make every Thanksgiving, and I wasn't thinking. I threw my butter in the microwave without any plate or bowl, and it melted everywhere. I took a photo of it, and I just kept that photo forever. So I finally decided to paint it and hang it in my kitchen. Throughout my apartment, I tried to really be consistent with the colors and the textures. Because it's small, instead of having multiple different rooms with different vibes, I really am confined to one type of vibe and aesthetic. And I think you should have fun, you should play with color, you should have quirky, funky, ugly things that just work. I like bringing blue throughout my apartment, from the baby blue shower curtain in my bathroom to the blue chairs in my kitchen to the blue bolster pillow that's on my bed. I think it really helps tie a nice color scheme throughout the entire space. And this might be my aesthetic for now, but just wait till I have multiple rooms and each room can be a different vibe. In both my bathroom and my kitchen, I have a skylight, which I love. It is one of the perks of living on the top floor of a pre-war building. I'll tell you that. Flights up might not be fun, but the skylight is good. The landlord special has glued them tight, so I am unable to clean them. Therefore, I will not show you what they look like. It brings a lot more light into the space. Living in New York City, living in a small apartment, it is so important to think about the light and the direction your apartment is facing. If you're currently looking for an apartment in a city, please, if your only window is north facing, I don't care how beautiful the apartment is, do not get it. Light is so important for your health, for your happiness, for how your space feels. South facing, east facing. South would be preferred, but anything but north. Anything but north. From my kitchen, before we get into my living bedroom area, I have a little tiny vestibule that has my 2 closets. The bigger one is for all my clothes, and the smaller one is for my jackets and miscellaneous. My luggage, my vacuum, anything I'm giving away to Goodwill, drying rack, all that jazz. And I'm trying really hard to find the best ways to organize all of my clothes because I have so much, and keep it clean, organized, because the way that you're seeing my apartment is how I keep and how I like to keep my apartment. I do not like clutter, and especially in a small space, the second a thing doesn't have a place, it just looks like a wreck. Clearly, I'm very type A. I did not clean my apartment for this video. This is how I keep it. I live by myself with my little cat, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to maintain that. In my most recent vlog, I showed that I got a new, very cheap dresser to put in the back of my closet for more storage, like my workout clothes, my intimates, and it has helped. I also got rid of a lot of clothes. I donated them. I also went and I sold a bunch, but it's slowly populating. I'm also struggling with how the best way to organize purses is. I got these hangers that I have on the hooks in my closet, but it's supposed to separate and hang them vertically, but I still feel like they look very bulky. Any suggestions? Please put them down below. Little things like that kind of are hard in a small space when you don't live minimally. I just keep all my knits folded on the top shelf in my closet. I used to organize my closet by color, but I found that I wasn't really seeing what I had, and I find that it's so important to be able to see my things. I try to avoid organizing in a way where I won't see it and I won't find it. I need to see it so that I use it, and if I don't use it, then I know I have to donate it or give it away. I started organizing my closet by type of piece, button-ups to cardigans to dresses, and then I can see all in one the different colors, the different textures and patterns of a specific style that I like. And it's been working for me. Next is my living sleeping area. Majority is the same. The couch is the IKEA Solderdam that I was so lucky to find on Facebook Marketplace and get for free in Philadelphia when I first moved to New York 3 years ago. I've added some extra accent pillows to make it a little bit more comfortable, and some fur cozy throws but it is getting a little extra love from Mishy, so covers or something's gonna need to be replaced very soon. Above my couch, I have for the toilet shelving. This was in my first apartment in New York. The apartment had a very large dance studio mirror, and I wasn't able to drill into anything, so I got tension rod storage. Honestly, I love it. Decorating, I think, has stayed exactly the same, maybe a couple new additions. I have reorganized my little jewelry section, and I got these fun little mini furniture piece from Urban Outfitters to store some of my bigger hoops and jewelry pieces, and I think it's just so fun. My coffee table is the same. I got it from Facebook Marketplace, Buy Nothing group for the Upper East Side. Love it, love it. No notes. And the rug that is below my coffee table, I thought is a fun way to define my living space from my sleeping space. It's from Mush Studio. It was one of my first designer home decor that I've ever purchased, and sadly, as quickly as I purchased her, she was very quickly ruined by my lovely cat. Something that is new in this apartment is the rug. I had a jute rug from my old place. It was kind of dirty. It was just like it was not the vibe. I replaced it with a very large, creamy rug that I'm very happy with for the space. However, the one thing I do regret is not spending a couple extra $100 difference for a wool rug. However, my Wayfair synthetic rug that I purchased, and I should have known better as an interior designer, but like, I'm on a budget. I don't know what to tell you. I knew I needed to get a wool rug. I knew it. And I went against my best judgment just purely because it was what I could afford at the time. And I got a synthetic rug. At first, she was super soft. Loved her. She was perfect for the space. She did not last long. Small space. I walk on every inch of this rug, and it very much looks like I walk on every inch of this rug. Honestly, it looks like I have had this rug for many years of how horrible it has lasted, but what I endured to put it down, I am not enduring again, and she will be replaced when I move, but she still looks better and is cleaner than the jute rug that I had last year. Another new item is my chair that we're on. In my previous video, I had a piece of my couch that didn't really fit from the move, and I expressed how I was looking for a new chair on Facebook Marketplace. I found the chair, she's gorgeous, and I paired her with a funny cow ottoman that holds my weights. So she's functional, there's storage, and she's funny and funky and cute. Remember when I talked about the silver lamp? She's right there. So I'm happy to say my vision for this corner has come alive. It looks so much better, and I'm so happy with it. I also put my big mirror that was hidden by my bed right next to me, and it's a game changer for checking my outfit and posting my office outfits in the morning. Next is my bedroom, my bed. I did replace my bed frame. I did do the DIY that I said I wanted to do. Did I do it successfully? Is she a little wobbly? Maybe. But I got the bed frame off Wayfair, and I got the huge wooden ball feet off Etsy. I believe they're from Italy, and I love the look. It was a DIY of this bed frame that I've been obsessed with, but it's like multiple $1,000s, and only as of recently have I started to see some dupes come up. I love my bed. I worked hard to get my pillows and my quilts and my sheets and my bedding to luxury as I want it. My sheets and my silk pillowcase, everything is from Quince. The yellow accent pillows, blue pillow is from Etsy, and the Evil Eye throw is from a trip to Greece that I took 2 years ago. Above my bed is a dreamscape that I painted. I love the Monet lily pads, and I love the sunset, and I wanted to kind of mesh the two together. Across from my bed is my dresser. It's a dresser that has moved with me. It was my sister's, and then it moved from our house in New Jersey to my parents' apartment in Philadelphia, to her house in Philly, back to the apartment in Philadelphia, to my place in New York, and to this new place. So it has moved many times. I think the design is timeless, and I will have her until she falls apart. Above is a mirror that I inherited from my grandfather after he passed, and I love it. It reminds me of Paris. It's very antique, and it's definitely a piece I will keep probably forever. Beside my dresser is still Mishy's corner. She loves her cardboard box. It's a cardboard box, but make it cute. I added a little carpet sample inside side for it to be cozy for her. And I also purchased this little flower for her to perch on and scratch the pole. It's much better than what was there before. As seen in my last video, I updated my curtains to this track system and IKEA curtains, and to this day I still love it. I get so many compliments on it. It lifts my ceilings and makes them look so much taller. I definitely recommend track system curtains. Speaking of ceiling, that is one of the bigger projects that I have done to upgrade my space. I lived in Paris for a couple of years, and my most recent trip to the Louvre, I've always been inspired. I've always wanted some type of mural or painting on my ceiling, but I finally pulled the trigger. I found this peel and stick wallpaper online. You were able to crop the design to fit the dimensions that you needed. So I bought only the dimensions that I needed, and then off Amazon, I bought just foam trim pieces and used double-sided tape after the peel and stick wallpaper was installed to finish off the edges. I have a whole video of how I did it, products that I got. I've also linked them in my Amazon below, and the lampshade that I DIY'd to make this space. I think it makes my space feel so much bigger because it plays with scale a little bit. Adds more color. Again, that blue is still tied up in there, and I love it. I wake up every morning and I just stare at what seems like heaven. That's a wrap for my updated Upper East Side studio apartment tour. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.